Hello, and welcome to an ESET product demonstration. My name is Chris Glick, and I am a sales engineer for ESET North America. Today, we are going to showcase ESET's Endpoint Detection and Response Solution, ESET Enterprise Inspector, EEI. First, a quick intro into who ESET is. ESET is a security software vendor with 30-plus years of cybersecurity expertise with a global presence in many of the most well-known Fortune 500 companies. ESET provides a wide portfolio of tools to reduce exposure and secure customer environments. In this diagram, you can see how ESET solutions map to Gartner's adaptive security architecture. As you can see in the Prevent quadrant, ESET provides proactive prevention via its endpoint security products, offering features like device control, network attack protection, advanced memory scanner, and botnet protection. To take prevention a step forward, ESET offers ESET Secure Authentication, its multi-factor authentication product to protect desktop logins, UAC prompts, remote management, VPN access, and much more. For data concerns and compliancy, ESET offers ESET Encryption, which provides our customers secure full disk encryption, file and folder encryption, email encryption, and removable media encryption. In the Detect quadrant is ESET Enterprise Inspector, our EDR solution, which provides improved visibility and tools for advanced threat detection and network forensics. The Respond quadrant is an area where these enterprise solutions fit as well, but we also offer ESET Dynamic Threat Defense, which is our cloud sandbox. And finally, in the Predict quadrant, ESET offers its threat intelligence, ESET Virus Radar, and We Live Security, which provides real-time feeds and reporting to strengthen your defenses. ESET security solutions provide complete layered protection for the device. This includes antivirus, malware, and spyware, as well as AI-driven ransomware shield, behavior-based network attack protection, and host intrusion protection powered by machine learning. In addition, the ESET endpoint provides category-based web control, physical access device control, and a two-way application and port blocking firewall, all controlled from a centralized policy. Three pillars for the development of ESET's endpoint protection are high detection rates, low false positive rates, and low to no impact on system resource utilization. ESET's multi-layered security, its LiveGrid cloud-based reputation system, and advanced technology are all factors that make ESET an award-winning overall security solution for an environment of all sizes. ESET's multi-layered technology allows us to be present during any or all stages of an attack. Pre-execution, where we were the first and are the only vendor to provide UEFI scanning for the most persistent threats, we also leverage our in-product sandbox in combination with our reputation logging from LiveGrid and DNA detections to ensure what is being launched isn't malicious. Sometimes, though, malware is benign to start but unpacks into something far worse. This is where the execution technologies step in with our application layer exploit blocker, preventing things like Java and Flash exploits, as well as our AI-driven ransomware shield, which stops any ransomware behavior from occurring, or the advanced memory scanner preventing fileless malware attacks in memory all come into play. Even still, sometimes the malware isn't actively encrypting or attacking. Maybe they are simply reconnoitering the organization for a future attack or information theft. This is where our post-execution modules come alive, like botnet protection, which steps in to prevent those persistent and oddly placed network calls, or LiveGrid protection, which provides real-time threat protection using our network of over 1 million sensors globally. Okay, now let's move on to why you're here. Endpoint Detection and Response, or EDR. ESET offers EEI, which essentially augments and strengthens the ESET's endpoint security and ESMC platforms. EEI brings the following benefits to our customers. EEI is a sophisticated endpoint detection and response solution that provides organizations with the increased visibility necessary to understand, block, and remediate issues across all their devices. EEI also monitors and evaluates all endpoint activity in a network, providing granular visibility into targeted attacks, insider threats, phishing attacks, APTs, and other anomalous behavior. With ESET Enterprise Inspector's proactive threat hunting capability, customers can quickly and easily view all security incidents and then click into the data to investigate, perform root cause analysis, and then perform remediation. EEI ships with over 200 customizable rules. The rules are completely customizable in XML format, and new rules can be added at any time. EEI captures detailed, searchable forensic data, allowing you to search and view comprehensive information about a newly executed module, including time of execution, user who executed, dwell time, and attack devices. All data is locally stored to prevent sensitive data leakage. And now let's move on to a live demo. This is ESET Enterprise Inspector. a Windows-based threat hunting and network forensics utility for your ESET environment. Built on a MySQL backend with support for Microsoft SQL coming soon, ESET Enterprise Inspector is capable of ingesting and digesting vast amounts of low-level, high-value network information on up to 5,000 endpoints for your forensic analysis. The dashboard, as shown, will display pertinent information in real time regarding the status of your environment as a whole. Each item is clickable, allowing you to drill down into the information most important to you at the moment. The Alarms tab will give you an overview of the cumulative and highest priority alarms in your environment. The Executables tab will give you insight into the overall popularity according to LiveGrid of the executables distributed in your environment. The lower right corner will keep any potentially problematic executables in your view at all times. The Computers tab shows a breakdown of the alarms to endpoints and, again, keeps the most problematic devices constantly shown in the lower right corner. As always, you simply need to click on any device of interest to see more information. More and Server Status will provide you with administrative type information as it relates to your environment, as well as server performance. The Computers tab is really where the rubber meets the road. From this tab, you will see the breakdown of groups that have been automatically synced over from the ESET Security Management Center console. From this tab, you're able to take a complete and holistic view of your environment to determine whether anything warrants your attention. As we can clearly see, the environment here is pretty calm. Our DC and Exchange server have nothing to report, and even our 2008 Metasploitable server is quiet. But we have this pesky Windows 7 EEI client highlighted in yellow. With one click, we're taken to the computer detail screen. Here, we are given a breakdown of application and versioning information, as well as insight into what is causing it to squawk at us. As we can see, there are 5 warnings appearing on this PC. Notice along the top of the Computer's Details tabs, we also have some subtabs with headers that are very similar to those along the left-hand navigation menu. I'll refer to those as we go along. Clicking on the warnings, as you can see, takes us over to the Alarm subtab. Automatically selects it and pulls it up. Here, we can review the 5 alarms that have been produced, and we can see that it appears to have all started with that JavaScript exploit right here. Before we get into the fun of tracing the attack, though, let me quickly show you the remainder of the subtabs. The Executable subtab will show you all installed executables and/or DLLs on this particular workstation. This allows you to create an incredibly specific whitelist of EXEs and DLLs so that anything new sticks out like a sore thumb. In this environment, clearly that whitelist has not been crafted just yet. The Scripts subtab will show you any, you guessed it, scripts that have been run against the device. Lastly, the Events tab provides a very detailed breakdown of all network calls inbound as well as outbound for every service on the workstation. From the left-hand navigation menu, you'll be given the same information as the subtabs, but with the filter being the entire environment as opposed to a single device. So the Alarms tab is going to provide you, in one view, all alarms generated in the environment. This environment only has one device alarming, so it looks identical to what we've seen before. Much the same, the Executables tab is going to provide you with the same inventory of all installed executables and/or DLLs for every device in the environment at large. The same is true for scripts. Rather than having to click on each individual device to see what's going on, these respective tabs allow you to step back and see the big picture of the environment. From there, you can perform a deep dive into any device that catches your attention. Obviously, from all the tabs we've looked at, all signs point to us needing to take a look at Windows Desktop 7 EEI. But first, a few disclaimers. Exclusions were entered in our software to allow the simulated attack to take place. Otherwise, our security modules would have prevented this from occurring in the first place. As ESET security is present to secure from the most mundane of threats all the way to 0 days, as we did with Eternal Blue and WannaCry, The purpose of an EDR solution is to provide you with the insight outside that of overt malware, or worse, if you were to become the target of a pre-zero-day attack, the stuff only the nation-states themselves know about. With that said, we will act as though the exploit shown is a pre-zero-day attack and no one on the planet, other than the original actors themselves, know it exists. So here we are, back on the Computer's Details tab for Windows 7 EEI. From here, we will click on the Warnings alert. Sorted chronologically, we can see the attack started with this JavaScript exploit right here. Clicking on the alarm provides us with substantially more information. We are given a breakdown of the exploit, as well as information regarding whether or not the infected item was handled. Down bottom, we are shown the user who initially launched the exploit, so we know to whom to administer the appropriate lashings, or corporate retraining with our information security awareness training. Additionally, and more importantly, we are given a file tree showing the child processes spawned from this exploit. We can see that there are 3 calls to WScript of interest. The first call to WScript spawned CMD, or a command prompt, which we can see the attackers are reconnoitering with the obligatory "Who am I" entrance command. Realizing the attacker had achieved nirvana by infiltrating an administrator password user, they waste no time in creating a new, customized domain user, appropriately named Haxor. Lastly and naturally, they proceed to provide their new backdoor account with none other than domain administrator permissions. Notice that at each level of the investigation, we are given the option to kill the process or download the file, therefore allowing your own internal blue team to analyze the threat. Last, but certainly not least, is how to control this ship. From the Admin tab, you have access immediately to the over 200 plus built-in rules. These rules, created by the amalgamation of 30 plus years of internet security experience, will help your security team get tuned and operational quickly and efficiently. When opening a rule, you are shown some simple information. As we can see here, this particular rule selected, file coders extensions A through C, is triggered when a process writes a file ending in an extension shown in this particular list. If we go into the Edit subtab, we can see the format of the rule is that of a slightly modified XML. A very descriptive syntax reference pane on the right makes creating customized threat hunting rules a breeze. The Exclusions tab will display any items pertaining to the shown rule that have been excluded. Using the file coder rule shown as an example, backing up encrypted volumes can commonly trigger this rule before tuning. Excluding those kinds of backup tasks would be the items shown here. And this concludes our product demonstration of ESET's Endpoint Detection and Response Solution, ESET Enterprise Inspector. Thank you.